like it was weird, didn't it? When I saw him in the Champions League last season, I was like, how is this brother still here? He should be like because we've grown up with him. I feel like he's 50, but he's only 30.
Yeah. It's mad. It's because, like you said, we've seen him literally from the start of his career to where he is now. So the majority of our life, or almost half, we've seen Thomas Muller. He is the definition of German efficiency. He's the definition of how good
the man got a golden boot at the World Cup or Euros, fam?
Yeah, like, World Cup 2010.
2010 World Cup, man gets bought. He got golden boot.
10 years
My
ago.
man was
10 years
20,
ago.
What, 20, 21, 22, 23 at that time?
Yep.
Like, that's how mad it is. Like, people don't understand. If Germany had a good World Cup in 2018, he could be on the verge of getting that record of most goals in the world, like in the entire World Cup. Like, that's how close he actually was. Like,
he's on 10 goals now.
Like, it's Thomas Muller is frustratingly amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
That's exactly how to put it, KJ. That's exactly how to put it. Yeah, so they panned us first half. I think who were the goal scorers? I think Lahm scored, Mandzukic scored, Robin scored as well. I think Shaqiri, he was a player that impressed me as well. Very short, but very strong. He's got flipping calves the size of twice my arm. Like, it's crazy. I
just want to say a couple quick questions just to interrupt. So during the game, at any point, did you? So 2 questions. One, did you do anybody at that point? So did you like go past someone or drop a shoulder on someone or turn someone? And you I'll get to that. Second question I have, this doesn't involve you. This could be anyone on the team. Was there, because obviously football's competitive. You always get the people who are very energized. You get me, you going aggressive. Was there any over the top challenges from anyone, or did anyone get into it at any point? Was there any words? None of that. Cool.
The challenges were fair. That's what I'm going to say. Right. The challenges were fair. There were challenges, but it was fair.
Okay, I didn't know if there was going to be any typical midfield Robbie Savage hardman there playing.
To be fair, the only 2 players that were missing because they came back from the Euros, but they were injured, were Schweinsteiger and David Alaba. So them 2 didn't play.
Man, I had questions from them 2 as well. You know.
Yeah, them 2 weren't there.
If I would have loved. Like, if I was in your position, David Alaba at that time probably would have been the guy.
Perfect for me.
You know what I mean? That I would want to play against because he's just sick in it.
He is. So fast forward now, second half. It's my time, and we warm up and these things, and I get on. So I'm on the pitch now, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Before, when I was warming up, I was nervous, man. I was so nervous because the crowd. You're playing against Bayern, and your parents are there. You don't want to disappoint them. Bro, as soon as I stepped on that pitch, it was like everything just left, and it was just me and the pitch, and it was just like I was playing against any team. So I just focused on what I had to do, and I was up against two towers. You know what I mean? Boateng played the first half, but then the second half I was up against Van Boyten and Bart Stuber. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Yeah.
Did you say Bart Stuber?
Yeah,
Bart Stuber.
Yeah. I remember him. He was just taking me back. That's why.
Yeah, him. It was him. Yeah.
That's mad, you know.
Them 2 were there. I beat Batchtuber in the race, but then he pulled my shirt. And
Say it again. Reload it.
I beat Batchtuber in the race, but then he pulled my shirt, and then we got a free kick. I don't know if you guys know Mitchell Weiser. He came from.
Mitchell Weiser. He plays for Hertha Berlin. No.
He plays for Hertha Berlin.
No, is it Hertha Berlin or Leverkusen? He's at Leverkusen now. Yeah. But I used to buy that kid on freaking FIFA and Football Manager, fam. You know what I'm saying?
He comes from the Bayern Academy as well. He played in the Bayern Academy. I megged him. There's a picture actually.
Let's go.
There's a picture of me where that moment is actually frozen. Like, there's a picture of me where before it actually happens, like, I run down the left wing and then he tracks back and I feel like he's near me. So I stop and then I flick the ball with my right foot in between his legs and then I pass it back. And then it was right in front of the Bayern Munich bench. And then I could hear Ribéry going, woo!
That must be the thing, actually. That must be like... Because obviously we can't hear what's being said and stuff. I bet hearing Bayern players react to their teammates getting done by these lesser players it was amazing.
That's another thing. People think when you're on the pitch, you can't hear stuff. You can hear everything perfectly. Like, fine. Like, don't get it twisted. Obviously, if you're in the stadium like a flipping new camp and stuff. Obviously, it's going to be hard to hear what the people are saying, but in that particular stadium, I could hear everything fine. Someone could be shouting down where the keeper was, and I could hear it, despite the fans making noise. So it just proves again how stadiums are built, and architects are just madmen and just madmen. Yeah, so on the bench, people are going mad. Ribery going woo, and yeah. But apart from that, it was a good game. I had an opportunity to go 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper, but Van Boyten just about managed to get a tackle in, and this is where another picture of me. You see me running, and you can see Van Boyten tackle, and I'm sure you've seen that picture as well. That was that moment. And then there's a moment where I'm trying to close down Cruz, and with 2 touches, he just gets away from me, and that's the picture that I posted. Again, obviously we got on Cruz's case for the Aubameyang thing, but fam, he's the most simple, amazing player I've ever seen in my life. 1-touch, 2-touch football, doesn't do fancy shit, but he is so efficient, bro. So efficient. And obviously 2 players that really, really impressed me were Ribery and Robin. Like, these guys are aliens, innit? Like,
I bet you were standing up top just like, flip me, they're really good at football, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just watching them destroy your team, just like, damn.
Ribery, that game, Ribery scored from the halfway line. Scored from the halfway line. He saw that our goalkeeper was just in front of the 16-yard box. He got the pass from Gustavo, looked up, long ball into the net, goal. Mario Gomez scored about 6 goals that game, bro. And I'm going back to the repetition thing, yeah? Do you guys remember the game where Bayern Munich, and this is that same season, by the way, because that was in the preseason. That same season, they went on to win the treble. Yeah. Remember that game where they played against Barcelona? The 4-0 at Bayern Munich first, and then the 4-0, the 4-0 at Barcelona at Bayern.
Was it 3-0?
Was it 4-1? I think it was 4-1 and 3-0, but either way.
Okay.
One of the goals that Bayern Munich scored, or 2 of the goals that they scored, but I'm singling out the one where Muller scored, the 4-0, I think, or the 3-0. Ribery's got the ball on the left-hand side, He dribbles, and he drifts in. And as he's drifting in, Alaba's behind him, overlapping. What does he do? Slides the ball through to Alaba. Alaba puts it through, and then Muller's down the front post and scores. Gomez scored 6 goals that game, identically the same, bro. And I'm not even taking a piss. Identically the same. And this is why I say, I'm so hard on what you do on the pitch, what you do in training is replicated on the pitch in games. So many goals that Bayern Munich have scored that same season, 12-13, were that same. Like, it's the same thing over and over again, but you just couldn't stop it. Why? Because it was so well drilled, and these guys could have done that in their sleep, bro. It was ridiculous. And do you know how many times they used the fullbacks to score goals, bro? It was just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm telling you guys. This is why, this is why Manny is right, bro. Obviously, I understand that, you might have a preference for a manager, but this is what I get onto ours or on any manager. Repetition is key. What you do in training, drill that shit into your players' heads until they do that in their sleep, bro. And this is what Bayern Munich was doing. So,
repetition. I just wanted to talk about, just wanted to mention Robin, You know Robin, when he runs, and that cutback, he always loses.
You can't
stop that. That's because
I found out that game.
Practice. You can't.
That's the game when I found out you can't stop it. It's impossible. It's impossible.
We literally seen him do it against Arsenal how many times?
Every time.
You fall for it every time as well. You're like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He does it.
I'm telling you, that's the game when I found out you cannot stop that cutback. Impossible. Because he's doing it time and time. And there was videos like that surfaced after he left Bayern Munich and retired, where he was doing extra training sessions, like 20, 30-minute training sessions, where he would set up mannequins and do that same shit, bro, every single time, and then whip it top bins. And I'm like, what? So this is where it comes from. But again, repetition. He's doing that shit time and time again in training. So what? Do you think in the game he won't be able to do that? Of course he will. That's going to be, if anything, it's going to be easier because the mannequins don't move. They just stay there. The players move. So he's able to shift and, shimmy and bring you left and right. Do you see what I mean? So, yeah, man, there's a lot of things. Obviously, I played against Munich, but I learned a lot watching them and I learned a lot playing against them. I found out that, Mario Gomez is a terrible footballer. terrible. He can't even control the ball. But fam, right place, right time, feed him, and he scores.
He knows where the goal is.
Knows where the goal is, bro. It's no coincidence that in the season 11-12 or 12-13? 11-12, yeah. He got like 35 goals or something. Ridiculous.
Wow.
And he was slow as well, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
was so
wasn't
slow,
quick.
bro. But what did the fullbacks and the wingers do? Feed him. You either put it on his head, he's gonna head it in, or you put it into his feet. He will struggle a little bit to get it out of his feet, but eventually he will shoot and he will score in it. So yeah, man, there's a lot of things that you learn when you go to the stadiums, and I encourage everyone that's watching this. Yeah, obviously I know it's kind of hard at these moments, and when the times do come back, even if you can't afford it, do your best in it. Try and find someone that can help you afford it. Go to a stadium and watch players.
Go
live,
to
'cause you
any
will learn a lot,
stadium
man.
other than Old Trafford, and then we're good, bro. Like,
But you
Viva
learn
la
a lot, man,
resistance.
just watching football live in a stadium, bro. And to answer your question from before, Manny, after that, obviously, yes, agents contacted me. I got a trial at a team in Holland. It's called Willem II. It's
Willem and that, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? With
Willem
the,
II,
the round badge with the red and blue.
with the red and blue. For those who don't
Yeah.
know, Frankie de Jong came from there. So yeah, man, it's a very well-established club, but they've been struggling. Like they're this kind of club where they dilly-dally between the first division and first, second. Like they always come up and go down in it. So yeah, I went and had a trial there, but already had 3 men in my position, and I offered them my services in different positions because I said I was versatile, but they didn't want to offer me that contract. So then I went to Germany, played there for a few years, and then that didn't work out. Lost contact with my agent from one day to the other. He just left and never heard from him again. Started to learn, the peaks and valleys of the footballing world, the footballing business. Then I went back to Belgium, had to, on my own, find a semi-pro club until, one day I just fell out of love with the game. To be honest with you, I'm always honest in it, and I've never been the type of guy to lie to people and say, I got injured, that's why I never made it. No, this manager didn't like me, bro.
Injury in it.
I got
injured.
I got injured. That's why man didn't make it. You get me?
Do you see what I mean? I'm never going to be that type. There were instances where managers didn't like me, and I'm going to say it. It's football, innit? Managers come in and they will tell you straight to your face, listen, you're not in my plans. And I can respect men like that. Do you know what I mean? What I don't like is men not telling me that and just letting me rot on the bench. Like, I don't like that, innit? So the manager that did come in, the new ones in Germany, came in and said, yo, listen, because when I signed there, we had a manager, but we did terribly. And then the manager got sacked and a new one came in.
What team was this, by the way?
Yeah, it was about.
Unterhaching. I know you guys don't know this, but it's
Wait. I'm trying to get my knowledge here. Is that a team in like the 3rd division or something like that, and they've got like a red and blue badge?
Back then, it was a 3rd, 4th division, but let me show you the badge.
It was a KG. Yeah, like your football knowledge goes deep like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
KG knows, fam.
Or
KG
if
knows.
you play enough of Football Manager and FIFA, you do them low league teams. Yes, I told you, blood. I told
Hey,
you.
This one here.
listen, your name's called Elite KJ for a reason, bruv. Come on.
Yeah, fam. Yeah, it's
Come
called
on.
KJ for a reason, bro.
That's a fantastic spot.
So, I went back to Belgium after, things didn't work out there because I lost contact with my agent at the time. And then, with me not being able to do what I love, which was playing football, I got depressed. And then I stopped playing completely. Even a semi-pro level, I wasn't really interested because I wanted to play at pro level. And and obviously certain things happened along the way where I had to leave Belgium and, I came to the UK, and that's how I came in 2016. But you know what? At the time, I fell out of love with the game. And like I said, I'm never going to sit here and lie or injuries and that manager didn't like me, because it happens everywhere in football and pro football. Managers won't like you. Do you know what I mean? It happens. But what I've always said is I don't think that little flame will ever go. And I think the little flame has become bigger and bigger now with the YouTube stuff that I'm doing. I'm genuinely loving football again. Do you know what I mean? I'm not seeing it as a business. Even though I know what goes on inside the business, I'm not seeing it as a business anymore. And the love for football is there. The fire is there, which is why, I'm joining a team soon. But like I said, I'll tell you, man, off air. And looking at stories like Troy Deeney's, looking at stories like Jamie Vardy's, looking at stories like who else came from like non-league? Dwight Gale.
There's a kid who plays for, I think it's another Leicester player, or maybe Bournemouth. I swear that like, is it the Lloyd Kelly or something like that? Man was playing
I don't know. There was another kid that got scouted, that was playing non-league and got scouted by Arsenal. I think his name is Bramwell or something.
Yeah, Bramwell. Yeah. He did that as well. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When I look at stories like that and I look at my qualities, and I'm like, you know what? Today I'm 27. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not? If you believe anything's possible, innit? Because if Jamie Vardy can go jail, have a tag, play first halves, and then go home because he's having to go home and respect the time, and then end up winning a Prem at 29, bruv, come on, man. Do you see what I mean? So the fire's back in me. The willingness to play football is back. So listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I'm gonna make it pro. But if, let's say, I can make it at least to like League One level, right? To me, that's gonna be an achievement, because I'll say, you know what? I've never given up on the dream, even though it didn't work out like I wanted to. In the end, I never gave up in it. So there you go, man. That's
I want to see Aaron. I want to see Aaron in FIFA with his 52 rating. Come on, blood. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. If you get to a silver rating on FIFA, fam.
FIFA, say slowly.
Yeah, man.
FIFA blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I know, obviously, now the people that I'm working with in the YouTube world, I'm sure some of them got contacts and whatnot. And so yeah, I think if I just keep on doing what I'm doing, putting good performances with the team that I'm going to join, why not, man? Like I said, anything's possible, especially in England, bro. Anything is possible. And I think we've seen too many examples, too many to name. So yeah, man. I think everyone, when they play football, what I would say to anyone, if I can give any advice, because I'm not the type to give any, but don't think that when you play football, your career is going to be like the standard one. 18, sign a pro contract, and then become like Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has a different path. Everyone has a different story. You will have people like Mbappe, where at the age of 18, 19, man blows and then wins the World Cup. It happens. But then you will have other players that will struggle, and they won't be known, and they'll peak late, or they will go to a big club late. Do you know what I mean? Like flipping Ricky Lambert went to Liverpool at the age of 32, 33?
Exactly.
Do you see what I mean? So anything's possible, bro.
Definitely, man. You could definitely play at some form of level. You can get there, like you said, especially being in the YouTube world. There'll be people out there with contacts. All you gotta do is put yourself in the shop window. Obviously, go play for the team.
That's why I need to shout. I need to shout the gaffer of the team that I'm joining to like get a cameraman in and start filming the games and stuff, because that will be important. Not just for me, but also for him, so he can like break down the tactical aspect of the game as well and stuff. Because we already spoke, and he told me how he wants to play and stuff. And I went to watch the team, and his team plays good, man. They play some good football, and I can definitely see myself, go into that team slowly, take some minutes here and there until I get fully fit.
Yeah, just a couple of things before my last few questions, and we round up. I'm a big advocate for mental health because I've suffered mental health, and I know that it's, I know what it can do to you, like me jumping on this YouTube things, because I've always had a love for it, but I've never actually had the confidence. And if some of you that have probably followed me since I've started a few months back, when I first jumped on the football terrace, I was just sitting there like this because I wanted to do it, but I didn't know. I wasn't confident, but over time, the confidence has grown. But the reason why I brought up mental health, because obviously you said that things didn't go to plan and you fell out of a love for the game. So for me, like, I remember when things in my life weren't going to plan and I fell into serious depression and stuff. And unfortunately for me, I tried to take my life on a couple of occasions, innit? That's how bad it was. For you, like, obviously, if it's too sensitive to talk about, by all means don't. But obviously, because I'm an advocate for mental health, I have to ask that. Did you fall into depression, and how did you feel, and how did you get out of it? Obviously, just to help other people that might watch or see this video.
Yeah, man, I was in a serious depression, bro, and just like you, I tried to take my life as well on 2 occasions. It was hard because my mum was going through some stuff at the time as well, so I didn't want to add that load onto what she was going through already. Do you see what I mean? I was like, mum's going through some stuff, so I'm just going to keep it to myself. And at the time, the group of friends that I was with, we fell out as well because I had done some shit to them. So I was just on my own, really. And it was so hard, man. I was struggling every day. I had gone back to school, but then when I fell into depression, I stopped school because I just didn't care anymore, innit? I was just, just spending my days going on walks and not doing anything. I wasn't working, didn't have no money, like nothing, bro. Like I was in serious depression, bro. And the way that I got out was I finally managed to open up to someone who didn't judge me, but just listened, innit? And I think when you're in depression, I think that's what you need. You need to open up to someone who's going to listen to you. Do you know what I mean? So you can get that shit out of your system. I mean, just get it out. It's out there. Even if you have to cry, and I know as men, we have the tendencies of not wanting to cry because, you feel like a bitch and all these things. Like, if you have to cry sometimes, innit? Because it helps. See what I mean? So I opened up to someone who helped me get out of that depression. And slowly but surely, I found my confidence back because I'd fallen not just into depression, but I found a little job, but it was a vicious spiral, man. I was working to earn money, to go out on the weekend, spend it on drinks and alcohol and all these things. And do you know what I mean? By the time because I would get paid weekly on a Friday, and by the next Wednesday or Thursday before I get paid again, money was gone. Because I was spending on alcohol because I'd gone into alcohol as well. I was hugely addicted to alcohol. So, yeah, man, I got out of it because I opened up to someone who listened to me. And slowly but surely, I found my way back into having my confidence. And then in 2016, actually, when I came here, that's when I fully discovered the YouTube universe because I'd heard about AFTV back when I was in Belgium. But I thought, I can't start this here, man, because it's not gonna blow. So when I came here, obviously I made sure that I settled first in terms of work and all these things financially and stuff. And then in 2018, 2 years ago, I said, you know what? Let me start. But I kept delaying it. But the thing that sparked it was when Mourinho was in charge and we lost to Liverpool. I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm starting this YouTube thing. So I hopped on it. I did a video, edited the whole thing, and my family was like, yo, you're really good at this. Like, you should carry on. So my family gave me a huge boost as well. And that's how my journey started. And here I am with all you celebrities. Do you get me?
No, you're the celebrity. We want to be like you.
You know what? You the man, fam. You the man.
So man, to answer your question,
let's not try that out. You the celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. You get me? You the biggest star here. You get what I'm saying? We try to be like you.
Yeah, so the for me, a way to get out of depression is to talk to someone that you can trust and someone that you're going to open up to and someone that's just going to listen. Even if the person wants to give you advice, for the first few days, the person just needs to listen because you need to get these things out of your system because it's a heavy load, you know. Like, people don't understand it's a heavy load. And when you get it out, you just feel relieved, innit? You just feel relieved and you feel ready to go again. So that's how I got out of my depression. And on the 10th of October, a day before my birthday, is actually World Mental Health Day, and I put up a long post, and people were surprised and like, yo, you were struggling with mental health. And I said, yeah, it's because I'm always a smiley person and I'm always trying to give positive vibes wherever I am. I'm a big advocate of spreading positive energy, and it's contagious. Like, people always come to me and say, yo, I appreciate you. Like, even like people that follow me on Instagram but don't necessarily follow my my YouTube, sometimes they'll message me and say, yo, I don't follow your YouTube because I'm not interested in football. And fair enough, I can respect that. But one thing they say is, I love your energy. You're always positive. Even when you talk about serious topics, like when the Black Lives Matter thing was happening, you're always positive in the end, and we love that about you. And when I hear stuff like that, it makes me happy, innit? So it fuels my positive energy to be spread out even more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, it's only right, and that's one of the main reasons I'm always saying give people their flowers. Give yourself your flowers too, because like I said, self-confidence and self-worth, obviously we all go through issues, whether it's depression, you get me, obstacles in life, issues, problems, etc. But that's why I say, even if you are going through depression, try and find, even if it's the one thing you like about yourself, talk to someone, confide, whether it's mom, dad, whoever, best friend, whoever it is, partner, and get self-confidence. Exactly. once you have that self-worth, it will spread. Your thoughts really do become things. Like that's a fact. Like you can manifest things in your brain. So if you think positively, more positive things are gonna happen. And give yourself your flowers in it. Like give yourself credit is what I'm saying. And give it to other people too. But give it yourself. You know. But I'm just gonna grab my charger 1 sec.
Yeah.
KJ, you seem like you're in serious deep thought there, man.
Nah, I'm just taking it in, innit? I love listening to people talk about their lives and what they go through, and there's always more behind the surface, as Aaron said. Like people would be like, oh, raw, like I would never think you because X, Y, and Z, but there's always something more behind the surface. So I enjoy this sitting back. Like everyone knows I like to chat, you know what I'm saying? I like to just talk on and on. But when it comes to people's lives and when it comes to them telling their stories, I will sit back and listen because, like, for me, like someone telling you what they've gone through their life is a precious thing. Even though they might feel like it's something very menial, something very trivial, I'm like, no, like this is what's happened to you. This is what's made you the person that you are. So I need to respect that and really take it in. So yeah, I was sitting there taking it in and just listening to all of you guys speak about your experiences, and I respect you guys massively, and that's why I do the content with you. Know what I mean? I love working with you guys. So just keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, man, maybe one day we can all meet up after this COVID thing and have a good time in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
play some football. Man. Let's see how good Aaron really is. Maybe this is all lies, blood. You know what I'm saying? Photoshop and that.
Let's do this, man. Let's do this.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. It's mad, man. Like, I just want a quick one, like KJ as well, man. Appreciate you jumping on. I wasn't able to do it midstream, but man, thanks for coming on as well, bro.
No problem.
Yeah, no, just to round up because what are we coming up to an hour 30 now? Just a couple more questions. I've got a question here from United Martia. Just wants to know your favorite player that you played with and against.
Ooh, well, I've never played against Thierry Henry. But if I had to pick a favorite player that I played against, it would be Frank Ribery, man. Yeah, amazing guy, amazing human being, and also an amazing player, bro. Like technique, pace, awareness, shot power, like everything. Like it's not for no reason that the guy got UEFA Player of the Year, innit? UEFA Men's Player of the Year, and I was so gutted for him that he didn't win the Ballon d'Or because he deserved it, man. He fully deserved it, bro. So yeah, man, I'd say Frank Ribery.
Frank Ribery, cool. And my last question, I was gonna ask you this ask you that if you had to pick 11-a-side team, what would it look like? But I'm gonna make it even more difficult. Yeah.
Ooh.
Imagine you were going for like a street football tournament, innit? And you have to go cages, and they told you it's 6-a-side, yeah. But they said you can pick any player, past and present. Who would it be on a 6-a-side team?
Okay, 6-a-side team, yeah. We don't care about defense, attack. So I mean, it's all about techers, isn't it? It's all about techers. So in goal, I'll go for. But that's the thing. Goal don't really matter either. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I'm planning mine in my head. I'm planning mine.
I think me and you is the same. I don't know why, but I think.
But in goal.
What he's thinking is yours, Manuel Neuer.
No, I see he popped that in my head, but I thought of someone else. I call him a fraud for a reason. Edison, fam.
Yeah,
come on now.
With his feet, innit? He's
basically a midfielder anyway.
I just picked the original one, like Manuel Neuer. You get me?
So in goal, I'll go for Edison. That's one. Then, bro, it's literally freestyle football, fam, because it's in the cage. It's 6-a-side.
Ali thing, yeah.
Bro. It's all about techers. So I would go for Zidane. Has to be in there. Ronaldinho has to be in there.
100%.
So many.
I'm gonna need an aggressive guy, so I'll put Edgar Davids in there.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'll need 2 guys that can finish. So I'll go for Brazilian Ronaldo, and then one more stone cold finisher. Batistuta.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Okay,
that's yeah, flawless, man. Flawless. I was just asking Aaron for his 6-a-side team, innit? But I'm gonna open up the floor to you two as well, man. If you had a 6-a-side team and you had the opportunity to pick any player past the present, you know, who would you pick? KJ, I'll go with you first, man.
I'm going a bit more balanced than Aaron. Aaron just went for a mad thing, innit?
Yo,
I'm going.
What happened to Viva la Resistance and Kamikaze vibes and vibes with T1?
Or the Resistance has structure in it, and then we Kamikaze. But yes, I'll go Edison in the nets. He is a midfielder anyway, so put him in goal.
Yeah, might as well.
I'll go Big Rio at the back. You know what I'm saying? Have that defensive solidity. Having one defender, that's all we need, innit? So you got Big Rio. I would have Paul Pogba in there because I just love Paul. That Zidane shout, I'm gonna have to steal that too, innit?
Zidane has to be in there, bro.
Zidane has to be in there. I want to go for Mr. Vavavoom himself, Thierry Henry. I just love Thierry, man. And then one last one. You see, you picked like the absolute legends of the game. Obviously, it has to be Leo, man. Leo Messi, fam. Like, come on.
You know what? He'll be bad. You know. What about you, Flores?
That'll be me.
Oh, this is tough. So it's a it's a 6-a-side team. Obviously, a goalkeeper and 5 outfield players.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough. Jesus, like I've got so many players who I'm like, I could choose from. Who am I choosing? Goalkeepers. This is tough because obviously you got a goalkeeper that can play out from the back as well, innit? You get what I'm saying? And
exactly.
Yeah. Edison's the shout. I understand that. I'll go with Edison. That's what I can think of. Defender, I would go with. Because no one's getting. I'm going with Yap Stam, innit? You know what I'm saying? Because he's big, he's strong, he could defend as well. So I'm going. He's the complete defender, so I only need him one. Scholes has got to get in there. Scholes definitely. Zidane for obvious reasons. Zizou, you get what I'm saying, and that Zizou. That's what's that? That's 4 man in it. I got 2 left.
Yeah. So I mean, there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah,
you could have.
Too many.
I gotta go Brazilian Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Got to, and of course you can't leave this man out. This is the obvious pick. This is the first guy who came to mind. Ronaldinho, man.
Yeah.
Look at all that tech in that team. Scholes, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. 5 or 6 aside. Are you mad?
That's me.
It's crazy. You mad? You ain't getting the ball.
Your team, like the teams you guys have mentioned, I'm looking at my team because when I asked myself this question, I had to write down. I probably changed it like 10 times, but I'm even changing it now. I'm taking Manuel Neuer out, Well, I put it in because he was the original. I was like, who's good on their feet? And he's the first person as a goalkeeper that came to me in it. Actually, I'll leave him in. Manuel Neuer. Now I've got 2 defenders in it. You lot went for 1 in it.
Yeah, man.
But Rio Ferdinand, man, Rio has to be there, bruv.
Yes,
100%. And then I put Lahm next to him, Them
two. That's a shout.
I'll put them 2. Now, I did that so my midfield would be just full of creativity, innit? But one of the surprising picks for me, was actually David Silva.
That's
a good shout.
Very good shout.
I put in David Silva, and then I put in the one and only Mr. Paul Pogba himself. I love him, bro. That's my guy, bro.
You have to have PP in there, fam.
Trust me. And like, you don't think street football and not think Ronaldinho. Come on, man. It's just mad.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one guy. Sorry, man. You keep going.
Yeah, and then like when I was thinking about like, who's gonna play up top in it? I went, okay, I've got CR7. I did Messi as well. But you know what? Yeah, fun enough, I went for Van Persie. There's just something about him, bruv.
He's a shout.
Just something about him.
Just finishing.
He's got tech.
And it's tech as well, innit? I wanted to put in Berbatov because I think Berbatov in street football will be sick. But Van Persie, man.
How are we talking about street football and no one's mentioned Neymar, fam? No one's mentioned Neymar.
Oh yeah, that's where he was born.
He popped into my head like,
Neymar's a shout, but I'm not putting him in ahead of Brazilian Ronaldo. He's not getting in.
No. Imagine Brazilian Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Neymar in a street football team.
Actually, do you know what? I wouldn't put Neymar. Do you know why? Because Van Persie, I know he's gonna score when he needs to score. You see Neymar, man will be in front of goal, and decide to take it back to his own goalkeeper just to do skills, bro. I don't want that, fam.
He's disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, man. But that brings us to the end of the show. Wow, an hour 30 minutes, boys. Thank you very much for coming on. If you guys like to shout your socials for me, man, KJ.
Oh yeah, at Elite KJ, at Elite_KJ on Twitter. Road to 100K. That would be great if you guys go and follow me on that. You'll find it mostly on the Football Terrace. You'll see me on Sundays 9 p.m. usually on that United show, hosted by Mr. Aaron United himself up top, and with Manny and Flawless as well. We're all on there having a good time talking about United. And then on Sunday nights / Monday early morning, 12 a.m., I have my own show on the Football Terrace called Midnight Vibes, where we just talk about everything Premier League and just have a good time and relax. So come join Vibes FC, come join the Resistance and that, you know what I'm saying, and let's have a good time. Thanks for having me on, Manny.
No, man, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it, man. Yo, Flawless, bro. Shout out your socials.
Yes, people, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. Also, as well, that's my niece in the background, by the way. She's trying to get on camera and talk on the mic and that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Twitter, and I'll be with you in a sec, yeah? I'll be there in a sec, all right? Yeah. Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. Also, catch me on From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio every Monday, 7 p.m. It goes live on the Pi Radio YouTube. Also goes live on DAB Radio. So if you got DAB Radio and you're in the Northwest, retune it. Sarcasm City podcast goes live every Sunday, 7 p.m. And that's a non-footballing podcast. And we just talk all types of wild stuff. If you're easily offended, that podcast is not for you.
Yeah, man. And finally, the man who this show is about today, bro. Aaron, go on, plug your social.
Yeah, man, you can follow me at Mr. Aaron UTD on YouTube and across all social media platforms. I'm nearly at 10K. So make sure you subscribe. That was it from me, man. Cheers for having me on your channel, man.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on, man. And guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and most importantly, like as well, man. It's been emotional.
Yes.